I want to say good morning to everyone. This is Brother Dolomite Davison behind the lens. I got the problem with the junkies once again, hanging out in these abandoned houses. But I'm about to give them a rude wake up. Anybody in here? I need you to move it on out.
Oh, okay. I was just
I need you to move it on out. I just talked to one of your buddies. I told him don't be in here.
Okay. Thank you.
She had to tell one of the addicts that they had to move it on out. I hate to do that, but I could possibly be saving their life. Had to run one off a little bit earlier. And see, this is the shit right here that really pisses me off. You know, anytime I run into them, I see them on my block. You know, going into these houses, I always have to challenge them. And see, the other thing is too, a lot of the guys, they'll come in here, shoot their little dope and everything, and then nod on out and might not wake up. The female addicts, they'll come into these places, and this is what they do. They'll bring their johns in here, or their tricks, or whatever you want to call them, get the money, and then they'll stay before, turn the trick. And this is the scourge of America right here. Dope. I don't care what kind of dope it is. I don't care if it's the street pharmaceutical kind that you could buy from the dope dealer, the neighborhood dope dealer, or the community dope dealer, or the kind that you get from the pharmacies. I had to run two out of here earlier when I went to the store. And I asked them. I said, "What are you doing in this house?" Oh, they tried to lie and say that I'm about to buy this property. I said, well, I know the guy that owns this house. And he said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, he drives a cab. And I said, well, since you know the guy that you about to buy this house from, what color cab does he drive? First he told me white. Then, I said no. And then he said, well, is it purple? I'm like, no. And see, that's the other danger too. These addicts, they'll come in here, shoot up, and then one of them will OD, and then they'll leave a body in here, and then they'll stand down the street and play like, watching their body, watching their buddy get hauled off by the meat wagon. That's the other thing. See, that's the shit right there. That's the reason why I wear my heavy duty gloves when I come into these places, when I challenge them. And I've run off many addicts. I done ran off the black ones. I done ran off the white ones. I done ran off male, female, it doesn't matter. I don't discriminate. The reason why I run them off is because of the simple fact that I could possibly be saving their life. And as I stated before, you got some of them that be turning tricks in these houses. I've even challenged some of the dope guys. The ones that are, prospective, trying to set up. What they'll do is they'll come in the neighborhood, and then, I go down there and meet them. And then I let them know that, yeah, this is a neighborhood where we watch out for one another. We look out for one another. And we have a lot of children around here. And I let them know about my affiliations with the Detroit Police Department and other agencies. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of relatives that work for DPD. Well, I'm about to shut it up. See, they busted it open because it was secure. And they use all types of excuses to try to get into these, talking about, well, I'm about to buy the property. I remember about a year ago, 2 years ago, I had to get a little physical with one because he got, he gonna pull a chain on me. And so when he pulled the chain, that's when I wrapped the chain around his neck and threw him off the porch. I wasn't trying to lynch him. I was trying to let him know that, you know, if you're gonna try to get physical in the state that you're in, you know, you're gonna expect some dire consequences.